The senators also want the U.S. government to, in addition to leading a robust, what they call robust freedom of navigation operation in the Black Sea, but they are also calling for the U.S. to stop Russia from building the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline.
Yes.
This is what it's all about. Now we're getting down to it, aren't we, Doc?
That's right.
It's about money.
Yes.
It's about gas. It's about wealth. It's about power. It's about Rothschilds.
Yes.
That's what it's about. You got these U.S. senators that are in the hands of powerful international bankers passing a resolution that's setting us on course for World War III.
Yes.
Now, let's move to a new article, and I'm going to tie this together, okay? This just came out today, Times of Israel. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said on Thursday that Israel, Greece, and Cyprus will sign an agreement early next year to build a pipeline.
A pipeline, you say?
A pipeline, Doc. And guess what it's going to carry? Natural gas. And guess where it's going to go?
Europe.
You read my mind. How about that?
Just like the Nord Stream 2 and the Turk Stream pipeline?
It will be a competitor to Nord Stream 2.
Yes.
It will carry Israeli natural gas from Leviathan. All right, the Israelis named their gas reserve for a giant snake monster, Leviathan.
Yes.
All right, they didn't name it Moses. They didn't name it Abraham. They named it for the devil, Leviathan.
Yes.
Okay, you just deal with that, okay? But the Israelis are building a pipeline. They're signing the deal in early 2019, and they're going to ship gas to Europe. And their number one competitor will be Russia and Nord Stream 2.
Yes.
Now I ask you, who is driving us to war with Russia? Who is driving the world to war? You can't come to any other conclusion.
It's Israel.
It's the Israeli Zionists. It's the international bankers.
And they're using us to get the tentacles of Leviathan into Europe. They're using us to beat out their corporate competitors. I mean, we're being used as mercenaries in this deal.
Yes, we are. And the whole article, here it is. In another boost for the project, U.S. Ambassador David Friedman, who is a fire-breathing Zionist, hailed the pipeline as integral to the stability and prosperity of the Middle East and Europe.
And by Middle East, they mean Israel.
Yes.
So, it's ironic with this.
There are no Arab nations getting any money out of this thing.
What's ironic with this, Rick, is that they would argue that continuing to do business with Russia leaves Europe in an unstable position because Russia could cut it off at any time due to politics or other things. But what are the chances that Israel might decide somewhere down the line, say, hey, you don't have a proper anti-BDS law in law. You haven't banned anti-Semitic speech in your country, or a country like Germany. You are not.
We might cut off your gas.
We might cut off your gas.
They would never do that, Rick.
You don't think so? By the way, I just read today that Israel is setting up an international legal team to go after anybody who supports BDS.
Really?
Yes.
Instead of just a domestic legal team to go after their corrupt politicians.
Right. They're going to have an international legal team. They're going to spend millions of dollars pursuing legal actions against anybody in the world that supports BDS, the boycott of Israel. That's a whole other matter. Look, I'm showing you that behind the curtain, the madman behind the curtain, are the Israeli Zionists. They got America on the puppet strings. They got the Pentagon. They got the White House. They have the Congress, the Senate, the House. They have the news media. And they're moving the puppets. And they're saying, hate Russia, attack Russia, destroy Russia, blow up their pipeline.
Right. And they're doing a diplomatic full court press on it too, Rick. U.S. Ambassador to Germany, Richard Grenell, he has come out, and did an op-ed the other day.
You're talking about Gay Grinnell.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. And he came out the other day and said if built, Nord Stream 2 and a second line of the Turk Stream would allow Russian gas to bypass Ukraine and undermine its security. And that's clearly what Mr. Putin wants. Nord Stream 2 will open the door to increased aggression against Kiev, since Moscow would no longer have to worry how its activities could affect its gas sales to Western Europe. Now, what makes this so ridiculous in my mind, Rick, is that basically here's a U.S. ambassador telling Germany, as they enter the first day of winter today, okay, tomorrow's the first day of winter, shut off the pipeline to all your heating supplies here in Germany. And what is even more shocking to me is how we got a picture here, they're actually from Wall Street Journal, they're actually Germans in the streets of Germany that are saying we need to shut Nord Stream 2 down. That'd be like me protesting against Florida Power and Light, shut off my electricity.
Yeah, there's the Wall Street Journal owned by Rupert Murdoch. The editorial, Germans take a stand against Nord Stream 2. Why does the Wall Street Journal care about whether Nord Stream 2 is built?
One of the...
I mean, Wall Street Journal is a newspaper for business.
Oh, absolutely. And, well, there is a business line in here, Rick. Ambassador Grinnell made sure to note that the sum of money that Ukraine is going to be cut out of if the Nord Stream 2 is built...
Ukraine is going to be cut out of money.
They are going to be cut out of money, and it just so happens to be, it's roughly equivalent to Kiev's entire defense budget. So that just can't happen,
The money they receive for the pipeline,
the transit fees.
All right, so
finances their military.
Well, help viewers who are maybe not following this. The current pipeline from Russia to Europe goes through Ukraine.
Right.
Russia pays Ukraine a fee for allowing the gas to go through the pipeline in their country. But then Ukraine's current Nazi government collects a tip because they siphon off the gas, which they use for themselves.
Before it gets to Europe.
Yeah, before it ever gets to Europe, and the Russians can't do anything about it. So the amount of fees that Russia pays Ukraine is equal to the Ukrainian military budget.
The entire budget.
So the U.S. and NATO and all these countries are saying, we can't let Russia build another pipeline. They won't pay Ukraine any more money, and Ukraine won't have any money for their army.
That's right.
We're trying to start a war and want Russia to pay for it.
Oh, this is so crazy.
It is.
It is so crazy.